Yeah, I know I'm kinda late with this one, but I kinda wanted to do 2 of these today just to see if I could. And I'm not exactly flubbing it either. Up until now, I haven't actually watched this trailer. I have been eagerly awaiting this new movie. Mostly because the Star Wars reviews do pretty good. I get to go super in-depth with them. And I get to go all out with some insane editing at the beginning of those reviews. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but this one involves a Hammerhead Corvette. Anyway, let's talk about the trailer. I don't like it. Let me explain why. Because it contradicts everything that the last movie worked so hard to set up. Doesn't matter if Last Jedi was a PR nightmare for them, it's still canon. Suddenly the Resistance has a war fleet. Suddenly they have a viable bomber in the form of a Y-Wing. Suddenly the Empire, the proper Empire, and the Emperor is coming back. Way to contradict me on my Palpatine theory. And suddenly, you know, I don't know what's going on with Kylo Ren. He seems to be flip-flopping back and forth between the light and the dark side. Even though Last Jedi pretty much reaffirmed his stance that he is the dark side. You know, I commended them for getting rid of his helmet because it was stupid. Why did they bring it back? Then again, at this point, I'm pretty sure they don't know what they want to do with Kylo. Frankly, I don't think they know what they want to do with half these characters, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna kill C-3PO at this point. They've been killing a lot of characters and pissing a lot of people off. I mostly blame Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy for that mess. Anyway, let's not get into that. See, I want to love Star Wars. I really, really do want to love Star Wars. And to give them credit, I only have vague ideas as to where the plot is gonna go based on this trailer, which is good. And some of these shots make it look like they're actually gearing up for some legitimately good space battles, rather than a great big long chase scene like we had in the last movie. Call me testimonies, and I will retract this claim if I'm wrong, but it looks like we are actually gearing up for war in Star Wars, which is a massive improvement because before we were just basically throwing rocks at the First Order. And my theory is that the First Order and the Resistance are gonna team up to take down the Empire, or something along those lines. With the amount of flip-flopping Kylo's been doing, it's really hard to predict. But I never really liked the First Order anyway. They just feel like angsty space teenagers that are just trying to be edgelords. Like, we're the bad guys. What would honestly really help this movie is if there was a several-year gap between this and Last Jedi. Because, like, Last Jedi was a direct fucking sequel to Force Awakens, which left us zero time to build up a navy or a military force or, like, trained force powers or anything. And thinking about it, it's the only time a directly direct sequel has actually happened within the Star Wars timeline. There's always been, like, a year gap or so. It would make it believable that the Resistance would be able to build up a military force. And honestly, no joke, I think it would actually help this movie in a whole manner of aspects. And they need this. They need this movie to be good because Star Wars is in a really rough place right now. And I said it before and I'll say it again. I want to love Star Wars. Please make that possible. Trailers down in the description below. My name is Hunter and that's my impression.
There once was a guy who created a machine, a thing that would take people to and from some other world. And when he arrived, he had run into a pony who smiled and decided that they both should go see a film. When that movie sucked, they decided to join forces, and then they created a new show called Hunter Reviews.